Gentlemen, thanks for listening to
Vaughn Radio.
That's right, this is Vaughn Radio, and welcome to the show with no name. It's time for
T-minus 10.
Liftoff.
9,
Come
8,
on.
7,
Count down with me, folks.
5,
I know you can do it.
3,
2, 2.5,
1,
2 3/4.
0.
Oh, no, wait. No,
ignition.
that's the other way around. See?
Liftoff.
I can't even do it.
Liftoff. 30 minutes.
I'm an English teacher, not a math teacher. Remember that. Here we go. Hold on to your hats, folks. Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hats. Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time on Vaughn Radio. It's the show with no name. Let's go. All right, now we're talking. Ahora sí. Let's go, folks. I hope you're ready for a roller coaster ride and exciting English adventure. Speaking of roller coasters, yesterday I went to the famous Parque Warner here in Madrid, and it brought out the inner child that's alive and kicking inside of me. Ese niño interior que está vivito y coletando, something like that you say. We say alive and kicking. And I rode the new Batman. It wasn't my first time. Yeah, I'm pretty sick, guys. And I don't mean like sick because I have pneumonia or something like that. I mean sick like I'm obsessed. You should have seen me. I went with my nephew, and I was like, "Oh, did you know this this roller coaster was made by the same company that made that one and this one?" And he was looking at me like, "Dude," poor kid, he's 17. He was looking at me like, "Dude, I love roller coasters, but you've taken it a bit too far, man. A bit too far. Everything in moderation." But I guess that's what being a geek is. Un friki, a geek. I'm a language geek. I love learning languages. I'm an aviation geek. I'm a roller coaster geek, or theme parks. Oh, yeah. I hope you're ready for a roller coaster ride, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And speaking of keeping our inner child alive and kicking, well, folks, today I've got a special audio for you, and this is my daughter. Sometimes when my daughter's playing, we record her. Not so much video, but the audio, because she really gets creative. And I want you to just listen to how she's repeating sounds that she heard aloud. And she's not just repeating the sounds, but she's trying to tell a story. And she's role-playing, and she's making it up as she goes. Lo inventa sobre la marcha. And it's all about doing that, guys. That's what I'm telling you, what my daughter does every day. Play in English. Play in English. Do voices. Explore. Here's my daughter, Lara, telling us a little story that she made up on the go.
There was a big storm. He ran away in his house. There was a terrible. He was waiting, and there was all the people. He was waiting, and he not go. When he stopped waiting, he go up and he see a beautiful coloring rainbow. When he go away, he see the rainbow again. When he put him again, there's a storm. He go away. I could go away to his home. But there was a cloud. There was a cloud. When he see it, he was home. When he goes home, he was sad because not Easterman it was there. One day, he take Easterman and Easterman, he picked it up, he added again. On it, and he won, and he put it again super happy because he was rolling, and he was laughing because he was dizzy. And he was there, he go to his house. He was hungry now, and he see there was a lot of snow. He go there, and there was a lot of snow like him. He go and go, he like it. He put it in a lot of rock. And he gets paid, and there's a snow. He's one, and he goes, but there's a snow. He goes, he put in his room. He was go and he was there. No, when he go there, he go, and he go, and these tickles, he pick it to his face.
All right, folks, there she is, my daughter. What a great job she did. I mean, listen to her pronunciation. Rainbow, the storm. And she doesn't just make up stories, she also makes up songs. So soon I will definitely play one of her songs that she made up. But she's doing everything I tell you guys to do. So use her as an example. She's an amazing example. And all you have to do is just listen to how happy and comfortable she is speaking English. And she's not even 4 years old. So daddy's girl, mi niña, daddy's girl. So proud of her. And I wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully it would inspire you as well. All right, are you ready for your first challenge? Great. It's time for our pop quiz. Let's go. Come on. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Pop quiz. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. That's right, amigos. That's right. This one is coming straight from a book that I think is awesome. It's called Conversaciones en Inglés. And we're going to take a look at doing some chores today. Unos quehaceres domésticos. That's right. We're going to take a look at doing some chores. Nobody likes to do them. That's why they're called chores. Deberes. ¿Es quehaceres o deberes? So we're going to see how well you know those chores. As you know, the book Conversaciones en Inglés, this is actually Conversaciones en Inglés 2. And you've got hundreds of conversations here between native speakers, and you can take a look at the text, you can follow along, and you can even answer questions based on it. And it's topic based. Let's take a look. Some of the chapters here: the anniversary, the traffic jam. Oh man, nobody likes that one. My back hurts. Oh, that one sucks too. Me duele la espalda. Love is blind. If love is blind, I don't want to see. Another one. Oh, this one's funny. The toenails. We're going to take a look at the dirty pan. La sartén o la olla. Sucia. Dirty. Greasy, right? That's another word we use when we're cleaning up. All right, what else? We got the burger. Me encanta esa. Bueno, siempre que no pronuncia, es que he oído mucha gente decir booger. And that's a booger. Es un moco. Downloading music. The football game. The rocking chair. La mecedora. The package. El paquete. No. Bueno, puede significar paquete. Here, I'll explain. A package from Amazon. Sure. Okay. A package, a penis, también. Pero este tío es un paquete, ese no. He's a tool. Bueno, es para una herramienta, we say. The solo artist. Wow. The CEO. Boarding school, which is, I think, internado, you say? Colegio internado, boarding school. The essay. El ensayo. Y como no, the roller coaster. The Orient Express. Wow, this is a great book. You can pick it up at the Von Tienda. It's I was going to say conversations in English. Conversaciones in English. This is part 2. You got Richard Vaughn and yours truly on the cover. All right. Well, here's your pop quiz for today. It's coming straight out of this book, as I said. It is chapter 58. It's called The Dirty Pan, and it's page 122. Again, the book is Conversaciones en Inglés, and this is part 2. I believe, don't quote me, but I believe there are 3 of them. Que hay 3. And you can pick up all of them at the Von Tienda. So, here we go. Te dije que no enjuagaras, I don't even know if I'm saying it right in Spanish, el suavizante de tu pelo. There you go. We're talking about stuff around the home. So, and we're going to look at enjuagar, dejar en baño María, all of this kind of stuff that I think everybody needs to know, especially, I mean, I don't have a housekeeper, so I have to know how to clean all this stuff, and I have to know how to say it as well. Now, if you have a housekeeper, you should still know this vocabulary. All right, so it's, te dije que no enjuagaras el suavizante de tu pelo, que no lo sacaras, ¿no? Enjuagándola. So there you go. That is your first challenge of the day, and we're going to hear one of those conversations right now. In fact, I already told you the name of it. It's called The Dirty Pan, and it's from Conversaciones en Inglés 2.
That was delicious.
Thank you. I just threw together whatever I found in the fridge.
Well, it was really delicious. You're a great cook. Thanks so much for inviting me over.
I'm glad you liked it. Food always tastes better when someone else cooks it.
True, particularly since I loathe cooking. Anyway, that was wonderful. Let me clean up.
No, you don't have to do that. You're a guest. I'll do it later.
No, please. I want to. It's the least I can do after such a great meal.
Okay then. You wash up and I'll dry.
You're on. Here you go.
Oh, you missed a bit. The pan's still dirty here.
Oh, right. Okay.
Actually, it's still not completely clean. Sorry, it's just that it got a bit stuck to the bottom. Don't worry, it needs a good soak first. I'll just leave it to soak overnight.
No, let me. I think it just needs a good scrub. Better?
Well, you've still missed a bit.
Okay. Now is it okay?
Yeah. Well, it's clean. But could you just give it a rinse? There are still some suds.
Okay. I'll rinse off the soap.
Great. Thanks. What are you doing?
I'm washing the glasses.
In greasy water. You can't wash glasses in dirty water. You should always wash them first when the water's still clean, or fill the sink with fresh water. Maybe I should finish off.
Yeah, I think maybe you should. Look, I'd better be off. I've got to be up early tomorrow. Thanks again for dinner.
But we haven't had dessert yet.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Nice conversation there from the book. Again, you can pick up that and many other materials over at our Von Tienda. All right, let's see. We've got a lot of amigos on board. Many people participating in the Say What soundbite. Also, many people checking in, saying hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. Oh, 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 oh. All right, amigos, welcome aboard. Kubla says, how's it going? Remarkable company. I know some of AA's motto, OTSS, only the strong survive, and not for the faint of heart. Yes, that's right. Survival of the fittest, right? Survival of the fittest is el más fuerte, es el que gana, right? It's the idea of Darwinism. And he says, well, you know my tongue-in-cheek style, don't you? Yes, I do. Tongue-in-cheek. Like you say something sarcastically, like, you know, nonchalant, right? You're not trying to be funny. You're just, it's kind of a little funny thing, right? A ver cómo lo ponen aquí. Tongue-in-cheek. I know we've looked at it before, pero no se me ocurre cómo se decía. Tongue-in-cheek. Okay. Irónico. Yeah, an ironic kind of, you say something joking. It's tongue-in-cheek, right? Vero, there she is. Vero says, morning, beautiful show with no-namers, warriors around the universe. What's up, Vero? How's it going? We've got Born to Iron Man in the house. What's up, Born to Iron Man? How's it going, buddy? And Born to Iron Man says, where are you? I lost you there, Born to Iron Man. Where are you? Where are you? Morning, folks. Morning to you too, buddy. Great to have you on board as always. All right. Kubla says, if you allow me, I'm proud to be a show with no name geek. Sure, guys. Of course. All right. Kubla also says, did she wing that? Yes, as I said, she made it up, right? Same thing. Right? I thought I said that. No dije eso. Que se lo inventó. So did she wing it? Striking. You're doing a great job as a dad. English Learning Catalyst AA. Yeah, my wife said it yesterday. She goes, you can tell that she has a great relationship with you and that's affecting her English in a positive way. So it's, how do we say here? Magic. It's magic. It's magic. Let's see. Vero says, once you've gone to Warner Bros. Park, the beach is a must. Lara will have a blast there. There's just one problem, Vero. We're cheapskates. What does that mean? Somos ratas. No, tampoco, eh? No, but we have the Bono Parques. It's like so I know we get a discount, but we can go to other ones for free, other water parks. And yesterday, TBH, to be honest, when I was on Superman, which is right next to the water park, and I saw the lines at the water park, I said, remind me to not go to the water park here. Again, I'm sure it's awesome. It looks awesome. But yeah, we go to the Parque Warner, to the Parque Atracciones, the zoo, the aquarium, all of these amazing places, but also because we got a pass. There was a special deal on the Bono Parques, and we're going to get our money's worth. Le estamos sacando provecho. But yes, Vero, she loves water parks. Yeah. We go to one in Almeria called Mario Park. I don't think they have permission from Nintendo to use that name. So, and the images, I don't know. It doesn't seem like they do. maybe they have the IP, the intellectual property. But yeah, great times. As you know, some people hate theme parks. My wife doesn't hate him, but she's not a big fan. Me, I go nuts. I start acting all giddy. What? Giddy, not giddy, giddy, Giddy. Super excitado, super motivado. Yeah, that's how I get. What's up, Chris Valrol? How you doing? She says, morning, Alberto and mates. It's always wonderful to hear Lara's sweet voice. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for joining us. Leo says, ha ha ha, Kubla. You are the strongest one, and I don't say that in a dry, witty way. All right. Leo also says, wow, listening to Lara, I realize that I have a lot of work to do with mine, but in Spanish. Well, listen, there are two things you can do. You can put on the TV for your kid, and sometimes you need that. You're like, I got to make a couple calls or whatever. Or you can sit down and read a book, and we don't even read the book half the time. Half the time I'm like, and how many children are there in that tree? And why are they in the tree? Why aren't they on the ground? Aren't they going to fall? So again, you know, you can make it up as you go. Just keep the dialogue going. You know, really, that's what it is. Oh, and you like that? Do you think I like it? Think of the Vaughn method. Just keep it going. Ask me and tell me and all of that stuff. It really, really works, guys. Speaking of, if you're interested in classes with Vaughn, you can go to our website, grupovaughn.com. You can also stop by in person, and we can give you a free level test. It's grupovaughn.com. If you're looking for materials, it's vaughntienda.com. The phone number, 911-3858-31. So check it out. You can stock up on. To stock up on is amontonar. You can stock up on or load up on materials before the summer. Or who knows, take one of our summer camps or summer intensives. They're awesome. Totally awesome. It's grupovaughn.com. Check it out for more information. Laura says, good morning, stunning show with no namers. Sweet Lara. She's so lucky to be able to learn two languages at the same time without even realizing it. Hey, me too. Likewise, the same thing happened to me, right? And she says, keep up the great work you are doing with her. Thank you. It's, yeah. Hey, the great thing is when you see the fruits of your efforts, right? And when you hear her pronounce it and she goes, I'm like, how you doing, Lara? She goes, good. She doesn't say good. She's never said good. No, largas. Good. I'm doing good. Thanks. Good. Okay. She doesn't say okay. She said, okay. So incredible. She doesn't say look at. She says, Papi, look at that. Seriously. And she's making me realize how I speak. It's incredible. I don't know who's learning more, little lovely Lara or her daddy. It's a learning experience, and mommy too, of course. I got to include mommy. Mommy's doing a wonderful job with the Spanish. We're all doing our job. Lara's doing her job, being curious and loving to learn. And we're doing our job as parents, making sure we feed that thirst for knowledge, esa sed para conocimiento, sabiduría. Speaking of thirst for knowledge, Laura, she's participating in our pop quiz. And Laura says, I told you not to rinse your hair conditioner. All right. The word is rinse. You guys heard it. You heard the word in the dialogue I played for you from Conversaciones en Inglés. That's right, conditioner. Let's see. I'm looking if somebody knew how to say de tu pelo. O sea, para que lo saques. Let's see. All right. Kubla says, I told you not to rinse your hair softener. I haven't heard it called softener. I've heard it called conditioner. Softener is something we use in the dryer, la secadora. Fabric softener, para, ¿no? Que hace que las toallas huelan bien, que sean más suaves, se supone. That's called fabric softener. Puede ser líquido, puede ser unos sheets. And stool softener es si tienes la caca dura. Hey, that's what comes to mind when I think of softener. Let's see. Born to Iron Man says, I told you not to rinse your hair conditioner. Yeah, I got to say something. You don't even have to say hair. It's not necessary, right? I told you not to rinse, but I want to know de tu pelo. So I'm looking to see if you know how to use it, right? In context. Folks, I can't believe it. We've got to go to a commercial break. Whoa, we went over time. We'll be right back. Ciao for now.
I was in that shit, man. I never had no dope like that before in my life, man. That's the heavy shit I ever smoked, man. I mean, I smoked a lot of shit before, man. But goddamn, man, that's heavy shit.
All right, there you go, folks. Your Say What soundbite that you'll hear another 2 times here on the show. Let's go on over to the chat room because I see we got some people taking a stab at the completion of our pop quiz. I mean, we're on the right path here to rinse, enjuagar, right? But now we want to know del pelo. ¿Cómo dices enjuágalo para que salga del pelo? All right, Kubla says, is that gentleman the one who played the ladies' man on the Vaughn Spanish TV course a few years back? I'm going to teach you an expression here. Beats me. No sé. Beats me is, no me entero. I didn't know, I didn't recognize who it was, and I don't remember who played the ladies' man. So I'll take your word for it, though. Let's see. There's Diego Alonso. Don Diego Alonso coming with the thunder. It's like thunder, lightning. The way you love me is frightening. You get a knock on wood. And he says, good morning, Alberto, family and friends. Greetings from Greenwood Lake, New York. All right, Laura, let's see what you got for us over here. Laura's like, all right, I know what you're looking for. I'm going to give you the preposition. All right, Laura, let's read it here. You said, I told you not to. Oye, primero, muy bien, el negativo del infinitivo. So great. Nadie se equivocó ahí. I told you not to do that, right? Not, I told you don't do that. Eso sería, I told you, comma, don't do that. Pero si dices, dije que no lo hicieras, I told you not to do that. Just think of Shakespeare. To be or not to be, that is the question. Yes. So Laura says, I told you not to rinse the conditioner off your hair. We're on the right track. You got 2 options that sound right to me in my noggin, in mi coco, my noggin. And that is to rinse the conditioner from your hair or to rinse the conditioner out of your hair. So it's in your hair, you rinse it out of your hair. Or you rinse it from your hair. So great job, guys. That was a tough one. You can learn a lot from your washer, no, de tu lavadora. How do you say torbellino? Is that the word? I think in Spanish. A ver. I think that's the word. Es una marca muy famosa. Whirlpool. Remolino. Whirlpool. You've got spin, que lo sabéis de spinning también. What else do we have? Spin. We've got rinse. Excuse me. Sneeze. Oh, no, that's not one of the options. Soak, que es dejar en remojo, to soak something. We've looked at it before, too. Yesterday, I got soaked on the river rapids at Parque Warner. I got soaked. I was soaking wet. All right. All right, well, great job. And I'm seeing if anybody's participating in our Say What soundbite. I'll tell you what, just to save some time, I think we can move into our spelling bee, and that'll give you guys some time to figure out what to say in our Say What soundbite. So, are you ready for today's spelling bee?
Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee.
That's right, folks. That's right. It is our spelling bee only on the show with no name. I think this one's going to be pretty easy, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of times even though I tell you that I give you 6 words, It's more like 15, 20 words, right? So this is something that I always say to my students over here. So, folks, that's something to keep in mind. We've got to appreciate when it's easier. All right. So I don't want any excuses today, like my buddy Fitz. And you know what? I need some music here in the background. Let me see. Not some music, but I want to set the tone. Okay. I'd like to set the tone here. And here we go, folks. This is round one of today's spelling bee. These will be capitalized. Are you ready? The first one is P-E-L-E. The second one is B-E-L-L-I-N-I. The third one is C-A-F-U. The fourth one is C-A-S-T-I-L-H-O. The fifth one is D-I-D-I. And the last one is D-J-A-L-M-A space S-A-N-T-O-S. All right. And if you tell me there's background noise, you know what I'm going to tell you? Welcome to life. Welcome to life. There's background noise in general. All right, let's see if anybody got these. I'd like to give you a little clue from time to time whenever I can give you one of those clues. Let's see. It looks like we might have a winner here. Let me check. Oh, my goodness, dude. It looks right at first glance, but let me just make sure. The first one's correct. The second one is correct. The third one's correct. The fourth one's correct. The fifth one's correct. And Born to Iron Man. You ready to do it here or what? The sixth one is also correct. Awesome job. Awesome job. Kubla's second guessing me. Duda de mí aquí. All right, so I'll tell you, no problem. Can you explain why off doesn't work? Sure, I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll explain it to you if you like. It is not on your hair. It's in your hair. You would never say, I have conditioner on my hair. It sounds ridiculous. So you would say, I have conditioner in my hair, so I have to wash it out of my hair. The same way if you get on a bus, you get off the bus. Always think of the opposites. I hope I answered your question. All right. Also, it looks like Kubla. Let's see. They look right at first glance. Wow. Wait. Born to Iron Man, Kubla, and Laura. Wow. You guys are superstars, and you can sit this round out. You can have a seat on the bench, even though I know that you guys aren't bench warmers. And some of you are saying that these have to do with soccer. Well, I did give you a little clue over there. And I just want to remind you that we have an FYI episode, 2 episodes of FYI on soccer. And I'm joined by Ruben Palomero, the host of Speaking Football and the author of the book, Speak Football. Give it a listen. I think you guys are going to like it. Perhaps there's no sport as internationally popular as this one. It's been dubbed the beautiful game by its throngs of flocking followers. Moreover, it's much more than merely a masterful match played by 11 players on a pitch. To some, it represents a sense of belonging, pride, and passion. We are going to get a kick out of the sacred sport, sometimes called soccer, on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
Inglés.
You got it. That's right, folks. That's right. FYI. I just shared the links with you, but remember, you can get FYI episodes wherever you get your show with no name episodes. That's Spotify, iVox, and the most popular one, obviously, Apple Podcasts. And thanks again, guys. Again, we already surpassed 500,000 downloads. Medio millón. That's incredible. And we're on our way to 1 million. Y nos vamos camino de 1 millón. It wouldn't have been possible without you guys. So thank you, Show with No Namers and FYIers all around the world. All right, here we go with round 2 of our spelling bee, and we'll see how you guys do. Oh, and the reason I chose this topic today is A, I love soccer, and B, today in 1930, the year 1930, the inaugural FIFA World Cup began in, you know the answer? Uruguay. That's right, amigos, Uruguay. All right, let's take a look. We're going to do round 2 with some background noise to boot. The first one is P-E-L-E. The second one is B-E-L-L-I-N-I. The third one is C-A-F-U. The next one, C-A-S-T-I-L-H-O. The next one is D-I-D-I. And the last one is D-J-A-L-M-A space S-A-N-T-O-S. There you go, my amigos. Those are some soccer players, some footballers, as they say. And Kubla, I think you said they're all Brazilian. That is true as well. But they are also players who have won the World Cup the most amount of times. And the top 6 are Brazilian. So until we get to 7. And in 7th place, we've got Giovanni Ferrari, who won in 1934 and 1938. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see our first Spaniard. Let's see if you guys know. Raúl Albiol. Really? Players who have won the World Cup, but aren't there others in there? Sabi, why are they ranked in different orders then here? That's weird. All right, well, either way, we've got the top 6 being Brazilians. And I got to say, I recognize some of the names, but not all of them. I'm a huge football fan or soccer fan, but I have to admit, I kind of jumped on the bandwagon, me subí al carro, I think you say the same thing, when I moved to Spain. Because when I lived in the United States, I kept up with the NBA and never the NFL. I've never been a football fan, porque nosotros llamamos football la NFL. So I never was into that. I was more into basketball, baseball, and hockey as well, right? So, and just be careful because you guys say hockey, we say hockey. No es una O, es una O a escribirlo. But it sounds more like an hockey. And it's not A al final, sino I, hockey. And, but then I moved to Spain and we lived by the rule, if you can't beat them, join them. Que de hecho nunca, jamás se dice them. Yo nunca, jamás he oído a alguien decir, if you can't beat them, join them. Es que no suena de verdad. Sounds fake. Like, wait, is this AI? Inteligencia artificial? Artificial intelligence? What? Right? So, interesting things. I love those little cultural things, as you guys know. So the first one is Pelé, or as we say, Pele. Then we've got Bellini. And Pelé, he won in 1958, 1962, and 1970. And he also appeared in 1966, but Brazil didn't win. Bellini was there with Pelé, but Bellini was there in the 1958 one and the 1962 World Cup when they won them. He wasn't there in the 1971 where Pelé was there. The next one, Cafu. He won with Brazil. He won the World Cup in 1994 and 2002. All right. He also appeared in 1998 and 2006. So you could say, oh, wow, Cafu, what a lucky guy. Or unlucky. He won 2, he lost 2. Well, his team, right? And we don't say the selection. We say the national team. The national team. So it's all about perspective here, right? Wow, you're so lucky. You won 2 World Cups. Yeah, and I lost 2 as well. All right. The next one is Castillo. Castillo. I imagine it's Castillo in Portuguese. And Brazilian player who played in 1958 and 1962 with Pelé, with Bellini as well. Then we've got Didi, who played in 1958 and 1962. That was also with Bellini, with Castillo, and Pelé. And the last one, Jalma Santos. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I know not what I do. Please forgive me if I need you like I do. And he was in there in 1958 and 1962. So basically, 1958 and 1962, that cemented the stardom of the Brazilian team. And I've got to say, they're fun to watch. Even if, you're not a big soccer fan, some teams, like, they're pretty good depending on, the year, but they're not fun to watch, or they don't really play. Like, I hate to say it, the Dutch, Los Holandeses, the Netherlands, their team, come on. You guys came to play or to kick? If you want kickboxing, just join that sport, right? It's a different sport. Maybe you'll do really well at it. And then you got people like Neymar, whatever they decide to call him this week, whose favorite sport is diving. Tirarse a la piscina. We say the same thing. Don't worry, folks. Let's see. Vero says, Uruguay. Sorry about the bad joke. Uruguay. I don't know if people wouldn't understand that in English, though, because guay doesn't mean anything, right? But in it's like, if you know Spanglish, you'll get that joke. I like it, Vero, and I'll even give you one of those. Oh, and the Say What soundbite. I guess nobody's participating today in that one except Kubla. And let's see what Kubla had to say. He says, I heard a stammering American male. And great word there, to stammer or to stutter. And all I can think of is bedeep, bedeep, bedeep. That's all, folks. You know that one. Lara knows it. Eso es todo, amigos. We say bedeep, bedeep, bedeep. That's all, folks. Porque empieza como intentando decirlo. And Lara even knows how to imitate speech impediments. I swear to God. Because now we walk around and we say, you wascally wabbit. Elmer Fudd. It's really rascally rabbit. And a rascal, ¿cómo se dice rascal? Sé que lo sé, pero tengo demasiadas cosas en la cabeza y no me cabe todo. Pillo, granuja, canalla, you wascally wabbit. So Lara's, she knows how to say, you rascally rabbit, but she even knows how to make it sound like Elmer Fudd, which is brilliant that she can reproduce those sounds. And she does it with Daffy Duck, too. This is despicable. So we're always playing with not just sounding normal, but as you heard her doing before, when you heard Lara role playing, what was she doing? She was like, oh, and then he came again. And he said, what? And the wind blew. And she was going everywhere. There was no limit to her imagination. And I think that's awesome. The expression we use is let your imagination run wild. Que se desenfrene, maybe might be the translation. Let your imagination run wild. All right, so let's see. Kubla goes on to say, so good word there. I heard a stammering American male discussing his smoking habits. Yeah, there's something there about smoking. And complaining about the quality of some of that herb. And this is an interesting word over here. Absolutely. Good job, Kubla. Just be careful with that word. You know why? Because o estás hablando de marihuana o estás hablando de tomillo, thyme, or rosemary. The British call it herbs. Do you have any herbs in your kitchen? And Americans don't pronounce that H. We say herbs. I made a salad dressing with some herbs and spices. Folks, we are going to a quick commercial break. I can't believe we are halfway through the show. What? Yeah. Well, you know what they say. Time flies when you're having fun. So we'll be right back with much more fun in the second half of today's show. So stick around. We already know that, folks. We know I'm obsessed with planes. But there you go. Those are your two words. So if you said the sentence, él no voló, no, porque no voló, él voló, aunque tuviera la gripe, would the words voló and gripe sound the same or not? And also, I got to give you guys the Say What soundbite. Here is the third listen. Please write down what you hear.
Hey, man. Am I driving okay?
I think we're parked, man.
Oh, shit. God damn, I was in that shit, man. I never had no dope like that before in my life, man. That's the heaviest shit I ever smoked, man. I mean, I smoked a lot of shit before, man. But goddamn, man, that's heavy shit.
All right, there you go, amigos. There you go. All right, giving you some time to think about your homophones right now, and we'll see how you guys did. If you were familiar with these words, and or well, if you recognize them. Okay, the first person to participate, Kubla. Kubla says it's Finding Graceland. What show are you listening to, Kubla? Finding Graceland. I mean, we looked. That was Name That Movie, which we haven't gotten to yet in this show, and that was Name That Movie from like a day or two, a couple days ago. I don't know what show you're listening to right now. Very weird, strange, I would say. All right, Born to Iron Man's listening to the right show. Good. You scared me for a second there. Me asusté. Digo, what? Where did that come from? Os enseño una expresión de baseball. It came from left field. Vino de la nada. It came from left field. All right, Born to Iron Man. Those are the correct words. And Born to Iron Man says, yes, the words sound alike. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else want to take a stab at it? Going once? Going twice? Only Born to Iron Man. Is it because you guys don't know? I imagine it's because you don't know the words. I imagine the second. I think they're easy words today. Strange. Strange things going on today here on the show with no name. You can expect the unexpected as always. You never know. You might even have a rooster show up around here. Oh, what? A rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Well, you say geek-kitty-geek-kitty-geek. We say cock-a-doodle-doo. All right. Well, Born to Iron Man, I'm going to say these words. And those of you who are participating from home, whether you're listening via podcast, let's see if you agree with your buddy Born to Iron Man. Let's see. Chris Valrol says they could be homophones. All right. Well, Chris is like, I'm not too sure. But that's great, Chris. That's because after this section, you're going to be absolutely 100% sure. All right. The first word is flu. Flu, right? Flu. The second word is flu. Now, there's just one problem. This is strange today. Wasn't gripe the first word I said? And voló the second word I said? Everybody put it the opposite way around. Whoa, guys. What's going on today? Maybe you guys are smoking what that guy smoked in the Say What soundbite. Maybe the heat is getting to you. Dios, what? All right. The good thing is you're right, but the order is, I could swear, juraría, lo bueno está todo grabado, eh? But I could swear, juraría, that I said gripe and then I said voló. But you guys put it the other way around. Interesting. Well, the good thing is it doesn't matter how you put it because they do sound the same. Great job, Born to Iron Man and Chris Valrol. Excellent job. Flu. And just be careful. I've heard some people say flu, like not native speakers. Flu. I'm like, no, it's flu, right? Flu. Ooh, it's no te compliques. It's a really simple sound. Flu, right? And remember, it's flown in the third column. So every day, birds fly over my house. True story. Where I live, there are a lot of birds. I may even take up bird watching. A lo mejor me dedico a ver pájaros. Who knows? You never know what could happen here on the show with no name. But who knows? Maybe I'll start watching some birds. So, yeah, every day birds fly over my house. Yesterday, birds flew over my house. And lately, birds have flown over my house. ¿Y quieres un contexto gracioso aquí? A couple birds with the bird flu flew over my house. O sea, con la gripe aviar, I don't know, de aves, right? La gripe de aves, the bird flu. So yes, those words sound exactly the same. Now, I want a third one. I just upped the ante because today's things are strange. So I got to make sure you're paying attention, guys. Something's going on here today. Something. Hey, maybe summer's in the air. And as I said, we just need a break. I know we've got just another week or so, a little bit more than a week left before Show with No Name goes on break. And it's a much needed break. I can tell you that. I love my job. I love what I do. I need a break. Simple as that. All right. So what is that third word that sounds like flu? So if I told you, write down 3 words that sound like this, flu. Obviously, use them in context. That's what we always do. Okay? Interesting. We'll see if anybody can figure this one out. Okay? You want me to give you a clue? It has something to do with a chimney. Una chimenea. Has something to do with a chimney there. All right, well, I'll tell you what. While you guys are trying to figure that out, we're gonna get some time back over here, and we're gonna kick off today's Name That Movie. Name That Movie. That's right, amigos. It's Name That Movie only on the Show with No Name. And here's where we learn English from movies, from flicks, from pop culture. All right, nobody got that word. I'll give you the other word. The other word I was looking for is the word flu, F-L-U-E. O sea, hoy los homophones os ha costado, eh? So F-L-U-E. It's the air duct part of the chimney. Humero, conducto, cañón, it says here. So a lot of times you'll hear people say, oh man, there's something stuck in the flue, the chimney. That's the part of the chimney that where the air and the smoke goes, right? That tube part, humero, conducto, it's an air duct. Conducto para nosotros is a duct. D-U-C-T. Some good vocabulary. So yes, that third word, less common than bolé, less common than la gripe, but also pronounced the same. And Born to Iron Man, nice job. You got it. I didn't see your comment. All right. Born to Iron Man's like, I'm not having a bad day. I'm having a really good day today. I'm kicking ass and taking names. And he says, el tiro de la chimenea. Ah, pues mira, aquí pone cañón, humero, pero tiro probably is another way to say it as well. Let me give you the example that they give you here. This flue vents the gases from the hood outside. And the hood, it's another part of the chimney, is the part where that kind of blocks the smoke from coming out, right? La capa, la capucha, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Now, I'm no expert in chimneys, but usually when we're sitting around it in our house, we call it a fireplace, sitio de fuego, because the chimney is really the structure. But where you gather around, donde te juntas, and you roast marshmallows, that one is called, what is it called? Fireplace. I lost my train of thought. All right, here we go with today's Name That Movie. And as always, folks, let's set the scene a little bit here. I like to set the scene whenever possible. When a sports agent has a moral epiphany and is fired for expressing it, he decides to put his new philosophy to the test as an independent agent with the only athlete who stays with him and his former colleague and future love interest. I know it's a spoiler, that part. I mean, you saw it coming. Lo viste venir, no? Oh, and by the way, this movie has two of the most famous movie lines in history. Just to let you know. Two of the most famous movie lines in history come from this movie. And I love this movie personally. All right. So when a sports agent, vamos a pronunciar esa palabra porque you don't know how many times I've heard it mispronounced. No agent, agent. When a sports agent has a moral epiphany, okay, moraleja de sus morales, right? And is fired, le echan, for expressing it, he decides to put his new philosophy to the test, ponerlo a prueba, as an independent agent with the only athlete who stays with him and his former colleague. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got some winners. Give it up for Kubla and Chris. The movie is called Jerry Maguire. I love this freaking movie. And as Born to Iron Man says, one of the famous lines is, "Show me the money, Jerry. Show me the money," right? And this is a famous scene where he's trying to convince him to sign with him para fichar con él. And he goes, "You're not saying it. Show me the money. I need money." And it's just an amazing scene there. Show me the money. It's como, venga, demuéstrame resultados. It's taken on another meaning. And then the other line is, "You had me at hello." This is said by Renee Zellweger. She says the line, her character. And this is when Tom Cruise's character, Jerry Maguire, is giving his big speech. And he's like, and this is why we got to take care of our athletes. And we got to really make sure that we're... And then he looks at her and says, "Are you coming with me? ¿Vienes conmigo? You know, I'm out of here. I'm fired. And are you coming with me?" And she says, "You had me at hello." Creo que es esa. El tema es que no tienes que decir nada más que hola. Ya me tienes. Entonces, lo usamos en plan broma muchas veces. So my wife will say, "Alberto, you want to order some pizzas for dinner?" And I said, "You had me at pizza." Ya tuviste mi atención en el momento que dijiste pizza. So it's an interesting, you had me at lo que sea, es como, ya me captaste con esa palabra. Ya ahí tuviste mi atención completa. And an interesting thing, we were just saying, Renee Zellweger, I can't pronounce her name, Renee Zellweger, admitted that the day she was cast in this movie, el día que estuvo en esta película, she hadn't worked in so long that she did not have enough of a balance, saldo, in her bank account, and so she couldn't withdraw money. She couldn't, incredible. So you think about that, and well, this was a turning point, right? After this, her name became a household name, as we say. All right, well, let's take a look at the scene. The scene that I've chosen here is the "Show Me the Money" scene. It's one of the best ones here, with Cuba Gooding Jr. as well. And if you haven't seen this movie, honestly, do yourself a favor and check it out. It's funny. It's got romance. It's got sports in it, a little bit of everything. And the movie came out in oh my God, I feel old. 1996. Holy shit. Wow. I'm an old man, folks. Okay, so Rod has just told Jerry that he will keep him as his agent, que no va a cambiar de agente y que se queda con él. And Jerry says, that's great. I'm very happy. And then Rod says, "Are you listening?" And Jerry says, "Yes." And Rod says, "That's what I'm going to do for you. Eso es lo que yo voy a hacer para ti. God bless you, Jerry. Que Dios te bendiga, Jerry. But this is what you're going to do for me. Y esto es lo que tú vas a hacer para mí. You listening, Jerry? ¿Me oyes?" They're talking on the phone. I'm sure you've all seen the scene. And he says, "Yeah, what can I do for you, Rod?" He's just nervous. He's like, I don't want to screw it up. And I hope he's not asking me for too much here. He goes, You just tell me what I can do for you. That was his philosophy. I work for my clients, not the other way around. And he says, Rod says, it's a very personal, a very important thing. Hell, it's a family motto. Es un eslogan familiar. Are you ready, Jerry? And Jerry says, I'm ready. And Rod says, I want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money. Ho, ho, ho. Show me the money. Ha ha. And he says, Jerry, doesn't it make you feel good just to say that? Say it with me one time, Jerry. Show you the money. And Tom Cruise's character, Jerry Maguire, says, show you the money. Sin ninguna emoción ni nada. And he goes, oh, no, 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 no. You can do better than that, Jerry. I want you to say it with you. What? I want you to say it with you. Está mal escrito. With meaning, brother. Con sentido. With meaning. Hey, I got Bob Sugar on the other line. I better hear you. He can say it. Right? So tengo la competencia esperando en el teléfono aquí. Y él lo puede decir. And Jerry says, yeah. No. Show you the money. Y todavía le falta algo. And he says, no, not show you. Show me. Show me the money. And Jerry says, show me the money. And he goes, yeah, louder. And then he screams, show me the money. He goes, yes. But brother, you got to yell that shit. Tienes que gritarlo a saco. And he goes, show me the money. And Tom Cruise just keeps raising his volume, right? And he goes, I need to feel you, Jerry. O sea, no solo me gritas, tienes que gritar con convicción. I need to feel you. He goes, show me the money. He says, Jerry, you got to yell. Tienes que gritar. He goes, show me the money. Show me the money. He's screaming. And Rod says, do you love this black man? ¿Tú amas a este hombre negro? He goes, I love this black man. Show me the money. And Rod says, I love black people. Y lo repite, I love black people. And Rod says, who's your motherfucker, Jerry? Ahora, eso no es negativo. ¿Quién es tu mejor amigo? You're my motherfucker. Eso no es algo negativo en mi país. Bueno, si dices, he's a real motherfucker, sí, es mala persona. But if you say, oh, you're my motherfucker, eres mi colega del alma. You're my motherfucker, which is out of character for this agent to be saying. And he says, what you gonna do, Jerry? ¿Qué vas a hacer? What you gonna do? And he says, show me the money. And then there's a dramatic pause, which is great. And he goes, congratulations, you're still my agent. And he hangs up the phone. Excellent scene from an amazing movie. And as you guys know, many lines have come from that movie. That you had me at and show me the money. But don't you dare say it without conviction. Also, amigos, it looks like we've got a winner here in our Say What soundbite. And he only needed 3 listens. Please give it up for Kubla. Excellent job over there, my amigos. Also, an interesting thing, the kid in the movie. Do you guys remember the kid? He was like a really funny kid. Like, I don't know, I've never seen the voiceover work in Spanish, but I mean in English, the kid was hysterical. No es histérico en sentido gritando como un loco, pero te partías con él. And the kid's name's Jonathan Lipnicki. And it's interesting because he showed up one day on the set in El Plateau in the early days of the filming. And he said to Tom Cruise and a few other people who were within earshot is al ladito. And he says, you know, the human head weighs 8 pounds. Libras, tú calcúlalo como quieras a centímetro or whatever, kilos. So and the director loved it so much, Cameron Crowe, the famous director, he said, what did you just say? He said, I said the human head weighs 8 pounds, pesa 8 libras. And he was like, I love it. We're putting it in the movie. It stays in the movie. And some of the greatest lines and some of the greatest movies or greatest moments were ad-libbed. Another way to say improvised is ad-libbed. All right, amigos. You know where we're going. But don't you worry, because we're coming back. We're just going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we've got Double Trouble, Say What Soundbite, jokes, famous birthdays, name that lyric, and so much more exciting English up ahead. So, if I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. give you any more clues than that. I've got to be honest. So in the end, it wasn't 10 minutes as the crow flies. It was more like 15. Era más como 15 minutos. Así que cómete tus palabras. So eat crow. That's your double trouble over there. Nobody got it today, but don't worry. Next time we take a look at these idiomatic expressions, you'll know them. Yeah, today was tough. Bastante difícil. Pretty tough because, well, they're two. Sometimes I give you the literal meaning of a word in one of, in the first part or the second part. And other times I give you two idiomatic expressions. Y hoy ha tocado. Today you got two idiomatic expressions. So, al final no fueron 10 minutos en línea recta. Era más como 15. Así que cómete las palabras. In the end, it wasn't 10 minutes as the crow flies. It was more like 15. So eat crow. Cómete tus palabras. And as I said before, crow is cuervo, but it's also the way we say the sound that a rooster makes. So there we go, my amigos. Oh, and speaking of roosters, even though the male one is called a cock, in American English, we usually just call it a rooster just to avoid double meanings, double entendres. And speaking of double entendres, I think it's a perfect segue for You're Joking.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking. That's right, amigos. That's right. You're joking only on the show with no name. And here's where I tell you guys some jokes. And hopefully you get these jokes. If not, I will explain them to you in just a moment. Let's see. Born to Iron Man in our chat room says ad lib, ad libitum, which is improvisar. Well, we use that a lot in English, right? We use you have to ad lib. You have to improvise to ad lib. So yeah, we get a lot of stuff from Latin. Kubla says, is he back yet? Who? What? Kubla, where are you today, man? Is who back? From where? Me. I always come back all the time. If the he is me. Anyway, let's move on because as we look at that and I try and figure out what you're asking, time is just ticking by. And you know how it works. When we come back from our shows, we've got to race through stuff. And believe me, I'd like to, take my time, but there's a lot of stuff to cover. And we've got now a little over 20, no, less than 20, no, about 14 minutes left over there. So, all right. So how is a baseball team similar to a pancake? How is a baseball team similar to a pancake? Okay. Easy. They both need a good batter. Oh, man. I see the people in our YouTube stream are having some technical problems. You can always listen on the app. You won't have any there because it doesn't depend on an internet connection or like there, it's stable. So I recommend, guys, if you have problems with YouTube, I get it. It happens to me sometimes as well. You'll always get the full show, 100%, perfectly produced on our Vaughn Radio app. If there are problems sometimes with the live stream, again, I don't even. Should I restart the computer? I don't know. Honestly. So I just got to keep going because, as Freddie Mercury said, the show must go on. So, and in fact, most people don't even know about the YouTube thing. So that's why I don't like to bring it up very much either. If there is a technical problem, thank you for bringing it to my attention. But also that doesn't affect the listeners, just the viewers. So what am I getting at here? Sometimes you might have some tech problems when you're tuned into a live stream. You'll never have them when you listen to it on the Vaughn Radio app or when you listen to it live. Why? I can control that. All right. So do you get the joke? How is a baseball team similar to a pancake? They both need a good batter. Batter, bateador, a batter. And and when we talk about batter, we also talk about masa, I think you say líquida, because dough es masa como para pizza, right? And batter is para una tarta, for a cake, for pancakes, for churros. That's batter, el que está más líquido, que es la misma palabra que bateador. So you get it now? How is a baseball team similar to a pancake? They both need a good batter. I see some of you are saying butter. No, eso es otra palabra. No suenan igual. No son homófonos, amigos. So careful with that. No tiene nada que ver con mantequilla. So let's listen to this one. Ready? Butter, batter. Totally different, right? That vowel sound. Well, not totally. The vowel sound is completely different. So how is a baseball team similar to a pancake? They both need a good batter. All right, the next one. Why did Tarzan spend so much time on the golf course? Why did Tarzan spend so much time on the golf course? Easy. He was perfecting his swing. No. Okay. Well, these jokes are just par for the course. Parte del territorio. Okay. Well, es una expresión de golf. I don't know very much about golf, but everybody knows the word swing. It's a kind of music, too. My daughter loves swings. I love swinging on swings. So why did Tarzan spend so much time on the golf course? He was perfecting his swing. And to swing is columpiarse. So su oscilación, right? Su giro, su movimiento, right? But also, your swing, seguro que lo sabéis del deporte, tiene un swing muy bien, un golpe, una forma de darle. So a batter swings the bat. A golfer also swings the golf club. And if he does a good job or she does a good job, you say, hey, nice swing. Vaya golpe, nice swing. So it's very common to hear people talking about working on their swing, whether they're in baseball or I imagine cricket as well, and definitely in golf. So you get it, folks? He swings from tree to tree on the vines. Those are called vines. And he was perfecting his swing. Okay, all right, last one. Why did the man keep doing the backstroke? Why did the man keep doing the backstroke? Okay? Why did the man keep doing the backstroke? And the backstroke comes from swimming. Brazada de espalda, nadar de espalda. I was practicing it with my daughter the other day. So why did the man keep doing the backstroke? Because he just ate and he didn't want to swim on a full stomach. No. He just ate, acaba de comer, and he didn't want to swim on a full stomach. No quería nadar encima de un estómago lleno. But also, if you do something on a full stomach, lo haces con el estómago lleno. So literally on, encima de. He didn't want to swim on a full stomach. So there's certain things. Don't go on a roller coaster on a full stomach. No, con la tripa llena on a full stomach. Pero if he was swimming, he didn't want to swim on a full stomach. He was swimming on his back. All right, amigos, those are your jokes. It's time for a little celebration in famous birthday trivia. That's right, amigos. It's famous birthdays only on the show with no name. And let's take a look at who we've got today. The first person was born in 1942, an American singer, songwriter, and guitarist, best known for being the frontman of The Byrds. The Byrds con Y. The Byrds. You know that group, famous group from back in the day. A band from Los Angeles. And we were talking about Byrds quite a bit today. And some of their songs you might recognize. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. That comes straight out of the Bible, by the way. Then you got 8 Miles High. Oh, they've got a lot of really great songs. The Byrds. All right, and number 2, this guy was born in 1957. And speaking of birds, his last name is Cuervo, pero como una E, con una E añadida, pero se pronuncia igual. And he's an American director, producer, and screenwriter. He wrote Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That was his first screenwriting effort, and that was with Jeff Spicoli. Seguro que lo llamáis otra cosa. It's a movie that came out in 1982 with Sean Penn about high school. I'm sure it's got a different name. He also directed Say Anything, romantic comedy, Singles, which has probably one of the greatest soundtracks ever, if you like grunge music. Almost Famous. Wow, what a movie. Jerry Maguire. Okay. Oh, and he was also a writer for Rolling Stone. The movie Almost Famous is based on his experiences. And last but not least, this guy is an American actor and comedian. He's part of a comedic duo called and Chung. So his partner, his comedic partner, is Tommy Chung. And they made a series of movies back in the 80s. And they were very like weed-based, right? Very like, they had one called Up in Smoke, right? And so they had like this kind of stoner humor, but they were extremely popular for a big period. And even now, they do lots of work. This guy, for example, he voiced characters in The Lion King, the Cars series, Coco, Beverly Hills, Chihuahua, but he'll always be known as and Chung. Él es el primero de ese grupito. All right, let's see. I don't think anybody got it. All right, well, I'll give... Oh, hang on. We've got a winner. It's Chris Valrol. And Kubla, yours was a second before there. Kubla and Chris Valrol got it. Number 1, James McGinn. Wait, James or Robert? Roger McGinn. So, James McGinn. I guess maybe that was his brother, Kubla. Roger McGinn is the correct one. Number 2, Cameron Crowe. Con una E, Chris, aunque se pronuncia igual. So, and Cheech Marin. Marin, you say in Spanish. Cheech Marin. And this is Cheech Marin in the movie Up in Smoke. And they just smoked this huge joint, porro, and very funny scene. He says, "Hey, man, am I driving okay? Estoy conduciendo bien?" And he says, "I think we're parked, man." Y están en la acera, like they're literally. And he goes, "Oh, shit, goddamn. What was in that shit, man? ¿Qué estabas en eso? ¿Qué estaba en ese, en esa, no, mierda?" He goes, "I never had no dog like that in my life, man." And the reason was, in the scene, the dog swallowed the weed, pooped it out, and now they're smoking it. So they're saying like the secret ingredient is the dog feces. You get it? Again, they're not mature movies. They're sophomoric. So he goes, "I never had no dog like that in my life, man." And this is the heavy no, he didn't say dog. Sorry. No, dope. Dope is marijuana. Another way to say que también es tonto. Makes sense. He goes, "And it's the heaviest shit, man, I ever smoked. I mean, I smoked a lot of shit before, but goddamn, that's heavy shit." So here was Cheech Marin, our birthday boy, and Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke.
Hey, man. Am I driving okay?
I think we're parked, man.
Oh, shit.
That's Tommy Chong, the other guy.
God damn, I was in that shit, man. I never had no dope like that before in my life, man. That's the heaviest shit I ever smoked, man. I mean, I smoked a lot of shit before, man. But goddamn, man, that's heavy shit.
All right, folks, time for Name That Lyric.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is. No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's Name That Lyric only on the show with no name. And thank you for joining us today and every day. Whether you tune in via the radio, via the app, or YouTube, thank you. Show with no namers from all around the world. You guys rock. And today's Name That Lyric is The Byrds, and the song is 8 Miles High. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the song. If you haven't heard it, it's a beautiful song, and we can sing it together. It goes 8 miles high, 8 millas en el aire. And when you touch down, cuando aterrizas, cuando tocas tierra, you'll find that it's stranger than known. Es más raro de lo conocido. Signs in the street, señales en la calle. And they say where you're going, indican dónde vas, are somewhere just being their own, siendo ellos mismos. Guys, this is The Byrds and 8 Miles High. Thank you so much, and we'll be back tomorrow with more. We're winding down the show with no name before our summer break. Yeah. Ciao for now.